So, hackathon progressing. We are at the ever-loved, everyone's favorite stage of lawyers dealing with contracts. I hate it. But so we're at the stage where we're just reviewing the final bits. So Helios is working in partnership with the ENF. So there's a contract between us and then also between Helios and DevPost, who will be the platform that will hold this virtual Ideathon. So we've settled on a few of the details, one of them being that it's an Ideathon. And so that will really minimize the code requirements. That's moving forward. So the start date is still to be determined, but basically once we get past this contract stage, and that will begin about a 5-week timer where we'll work with DevPost and get everything populated on their side so it can be all up and running from their end. And then the event will begin. It'll be roughly 8 weeks, 2 first weeks of registration. And if folks don't have teams, then we'll try to help facilitate folks finding each other so they can have a good team. And then 6 weeks of the main event. There will be a series of seminars and workshops throughout the whole duration. Well, the first one will be like a Kickstarter. We'll open it up. Then we'll have a design thinking workshop to help folks think through how to design an application or a project and what are the do's and don'ts from that view. Then there'll be an EOSIO technical overview workshop, tokenomics gamification, a business plan workshop, community dev and marketing, and then finally a pitch deck workshop. With the final week will be a judging week where the intention, and so some of these details may change, so please don't hold me to this, but this is what we're shooting for. The final week would be very much like a Shark's Tank or a Dragon's Den if you're in Canada approach, where the president, those who are submitting their proposal will be like a pitch delivery, kind of in line with how Helios does our incubation, where at the end of the incubator, we do like a live pitch session. So that would be a live event that we'll have running on YouTube, and it'll be a little logistically challenging, but that's the goal. So it'll be kind of fun. Hopefully we get a lot of engagement and some live participation and people watching folks be nervous delivering their pitch. Kind of fun, a little nerve-wracking, but hopefully fun still. We'll have an opening ceremony and a closing ceremony. And yeah, that's it in a nutshell. The prizes, we settled on $75,000 for the total prize pool. So not a huge amount, but also very low barrier to participate. So we're factoring that together where we don't need a huge prize to draw people in to participate because it's really easy, hopefully, to participate. So the goal is you get a lot of the folks within this community on this call to really join, come together, work together, participate in these seminars. And hopefully it's like a really good congealing moment. And then also using the reach that DevPost has, we bring in a lot of new folks into the ecosystem as well. Again, with that kind of low barrier to entry to participate, get to know EOSIO. And then the bigger sort of where this leads to is future hackathons, future events where we kind of use the same formula and then really branch out to do more tooling and developer and actually like go beyond the ideation phase and actually building stuff and getting it built out. So that's the rough overview. I gave a lot there, but hopefully that sounds exciting to folks and get your brain thinking about what would be a great idea to bring to what does EOS need? What does the blockchain world need? Once we get through this, again, beloved contract phase, that will then allow us to sign on the dotted line with DevPost, and that begins a timer where it's a 5-week timer to work with them. That's their requirement to get everything up on their site. And then after that 5-week timer ends, the actual 8-week event begins. So as soon as I get these contracts across the line, I'll have dates and we'll firm all that up and make sure we spread that far and wide to the community so we know exactly how that will line up. But ideally, it's soon. Like I want this to kick off as soon as possible. So it's wrapping up by sometime in August, maybe early September, worst case. But that's hopefully how it plays out.